They say that there is no health without mental health. Mental health affects us all. How we think and feel about our lives and ourselves have an impact on our behavior and how we cope in difficult times. What is mental health anyway? According to the World Health Organization, mental health includes subjective well-being, perceived self-efficacy, autonomy, competence, intergenerational dependence, and self-actualization of one's intellectual and emotional potential, among others. Multiple factors in the life and environment all affect how mental health is described.
They have second thoughts on consulting mental health professionals because they feel na baka pag-usapan sila ng mga friends nila, classmates nila. Kaya even among celebrities, makikita mo, bumabata, I'd like to thank my dermatologist. Pero makakita ka mo, I'd like to thank my psychiatrist. So, ganun ang stigma. No? Yung kuminsan na the joke na binibigyan nila about mental illness and things like that, para pa joke-joke sila, pero when it happens to them or to their families, mabigat for them to accept. So that's what I think about the stigma.
Mental health is an equal opportunity issue which is often accompanied with stigma or a strong feeling of disapproval from most people in a society about a thing. In that case, mental health is frowned upon and looked over as something that is shallow or ika nga nila, nag-iinarte lang yan. We have interviewed college students who have experienced and are currently experiencing stigma on mental health. These students, with or without a mental disorder, have experienced stigma at some point of their lives. Another student from the same college shared how what happened to her in the past affected her mental health.
I'm diagnosed with this dysthymia, and before in 2015, I was diagnosed with PTSD. Well, sadly, yung stigma, yes, usually comes from my family. Mostly my dad, kasi he doesn't understand why I have to undergo therapy for all these years, as well as yun nga, medications. Parang he sees it as a waste of money. Ano ba yung mga depression na yun? Hindi naman totoo yan. Or, you know, yung mga gano'n. Yung mga dami yung alam, yung mga depressed, whatever.
According to a student from the Faculty of Arts and Letters, he is scared to speak up about mental health and prefers to keep it bottled up rather than bother others. His experience told of a story of a boy who sought after the understanding of his family on his condition but was received poorly by them.
About last year, ever since I told my mother about that, she despised me. She kind of despised me a little bit. She told me, "Why are you depressed? The only thing you need to care about are your studies." And then she even fucking told me that she had a bigger right to be depressed because she does everything around the house. She does everything for me. I hate it. And it honestly degraded me to a point that I didn't want to speak anymore about my mental health. I'm too scared to speak out. Even for speaking out for myself, defending myself is even a harder task. I can't even speak for myself.
So ngayon, there are some students pa rin and even family members who are in denial or who think na ang depression ay taboo, for example, or kapag may ganong condition, baliw.
Both students from the Faculty of Arts and Letters have experienced stigma on mental health by their family, but a nursing student that we interviewed talked about how he was stigmatized by his professors or clinical instructors during duty hours.
When I talk to people, when I reveal that side of me to people, it means to say na I trust them. And some people, hindi ko lang alam kung stigmatized na yun, pero they laugh or they treat it lightly lang. Especially sa mga, siguro hindi ko naman sila ma-blame, pero some professionals then, like for example, professionals here in the College of Nursing, maybe sometimes hindi nila napapansin, pero the reactions or the impressions they give to students with mental health, medyo nakaka-degrade at nakaka-stigmatize na. Ako, gets ko yung part na yun. Gets ko na, oo na, late nga ako. I have consequences that I need to compensate for. Pero it's those remarks, other remarks na tinutukoy ko. Yung after masabi yun, there are other remarks like for example, insomnia na naman, or parang ito na naman, parang ito lang yung rason mo dati, ito na yung rason mo dati, ba't parang handa na yun, ganyan. Kaya tinatawag na chronic kasi hindi nga siya acute diba? So, it's gonna be continuous. Ito na talaga yung parating magiging reason ko no matter what. And hindi ko naman sinasabi na give me a free pass kasi may ganito ako. Sinasabi ko lang, I hope that you understand, but still, inaano ko pa rin yung punishment or consequences.
Data from the National Statistics Office, or the NSO, have shown that mental health illnesses are the third most common morbidity of Filipinos, and if the stigma continues, who knows how more lives are going to be affected by this.
Honestly, I appreciate how they're making people aware with this stigma thing, with all these mental health things to care for us, these people who are struggling with mental health issues. But sometimes it just comes up whenever some celebrity dies, when someone famous dies. I'm pretty sure you've heard, like a few days ago, Avicii died, and then his family said that he committed suicide. And now people are I've seen people post about, oh no, mental health awareness, and just a few weeks later, it's fucking gone. It's fucking gone anyway. I've seen only a few people who actually are passionate about it.
So, kung ang question is, why do they still stigmatize? Kasi hindi sila well-informed. And they don't really make the effort to be informed.
They stigmatize kasi they're not really aware of mental health. They're not really aware of the mechanisms of mental health, the issues of mental health. Ultimately, it all boils down to ignorance or indifference. May ibang tao na nagsistigmatize kasi wala silang alam. There's also a group of people that stigmatize kasi they know something pero they think it's bullshit. It's fake or gano'n, it's bullshit. Siguro lang talaga, kulang talaga ng awareness and siguro kulang ng pag-iintindi. It all boils down to being open-minded talaga, to one another.
Educating the people, and I think as the people get more educated, this stigma thing becomes less as compared sa mga less educated people. They become more open to it. Like for example, sinasabi ng iba, parang dumadami yung nagkakaroon ng mental illness natin ngayon as compared before, no? Kasi before, they are hiding it. Kung may kamag-anak na kinukulong sa kwarto, hindi na and as of now, mas more ang awareness nila na ito pala is mental illness. It's not something normal, no?
Amidst all of their experiences, these students remained hopeful and wished to continue to spread awareness on mental health.
I can equate this to peace. I think it all boils down to being understanding to one another and having an open mind. Kasi with those two attributes, you'll be able to meet all people from all walks of life, from different cultures, with different beliefs, and still accept them, even though their beliefs are contradicting to yours.
What I always tell myself is that I didn't come this far to only come this far.
These bits of depression, anxiety, and all that stays with you for your life. I guess you just gotta stay strong.
Truly, there is no health without mental health. We must strive to continue putting efforts on education, awareness, therapy, and personal efforts to promote overall mental health of the people. Just as how these people have stayed hopeful, we must remain true to our actions to help fight and eradicate the stigma on mental health. Our mental health matters. We matter. You matter.